Hello, everybody. This is Cecilia Chapa Phillips, and I'm
Phillips. You're
with.
not just Cecilia Chapa, but you're Cecilia Chapa Phillips.
That's right.
And I say that because I'm Christopher Phillips. And on May the 11th, 1998, you went from Cecilia Chapa to Cecilia Chapa Phillips. You married me.
I did.
We had no money, so we didn't even have a photographer. Yet I not just remember it better than anything else I remember in my life, except for our children's birth, but I feel it. Feel it. The love. I mean, it was just so incredible. We held hands, rocked back and forth. And here we are, almost ready to celebrate our wedding anniversary, May the 11th, 25 years. And we're living our dream in a sense, not the financial dream, but we're doing, you were with me when I started Socrates Cafe in the fall of 1996. 27 years ago. You were there. And here we are now. We've started Socrates Cafe. It's become a global movement of people around the world in all kinds of societies, cultures, belief systems, all kinds of governments open and closed to various degrees. And so it's beautiful that we are now finally taking some next steps forward and doing seminars. In this case, a Soul of Goodness seminar, which centers around my newest book, Soul of Goodness, with a foreword by one of the world's most prominent, beloved philosophers, Dr. Cornel West, about how to channel, not overcome so much, but channel life's most egregious, profound losses, setbacks, and reversals. And that's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then tomorrow, which is also way in our bailiwick, is a one-day seminar on civil discourse about how to come together, bring together people of widely different belief systems and engage. I'm a pluralist, so I don't believe the Socrates Cafe way is the only way. I think we need to incorporate a bunch of approaches. So in both of our seminars, which start tomorrow, the civil discourse one, and then on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the Soul of Goodness seminar, we're bringing in a lot of people who aren't identical to us. It's not cookie cutter, but are kindred spirits. And so I'm excited out of my mind, and it's all because of you. I mean, you heroically have not learned the tools to do this, and then you've just been putting in hundreds of hours ever since to make these next 4 days, starting tomorrow, Sunday, 12 noon Eastern time, so special. And what are the hours again on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern time?
Correct. So it is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So it's 2 hours. If you can catch one of them, doesn't matter, because we're going to record it and we'll send it to you. And we have very, very excellent presenters. So we have Kirby Carter and Rob Carter, who are the authors of The Morning Mind. And on Monday, also, David Hanscom, Dr. David Hanscom, he's the author of Back in Control, is also joining us. And
by back, he really means back.
Yeah, that's right.
Chronic pain, which is also, so tied to everything else that's going on within us, mentally, emotionally, every other way.
Yeah, so we have found that Socrates Cafe, it's really complemented with, we're living a body, and I feel like everybody, sometimes we just live in our heads, right? Without paying attention to what is going on and how that actually is interfering with the way we interact with one another. Meaning, our nervous systems are just like on the edge, and we tend to attack, and that is reflected in the way that we interact with one another. So they are going to be giving us great tools on self-understanding, and which is also human understanding, that that we not only stay on the rational realm, but also take consideration of.
I don't even know what the rational realm is. I think the blend of rationality. I take a poetic approach to this, in addition to any semblance of rational approach. I'm also, pretty published poet, as was my Greek grandmother.
Mhm.
And I think what I'm trying to do is a form of poetic inquiry that has blendings of things. I don't think there's any such thing as the Socratic method, as I found out when I was rigorously researching my doctoral research on the Socratic method. But I think it's good that we're starting with our civil discourse seminar first, that we are going to look at a variety of approaches, including one of the world's most beloved and prominent Stoic philosophers, Donald Robertson and his wife, Casey Pierce Robertson. Their approach is aligned with ours, but it's not the same. And I think that there's so much to learn from their notion of what rational discourse amounts to, even if and as it doesn't completely converge with our own. I think that's all to the good, because there's so much rich philosophy to delve into and explore. Um, I'm very grateful and glad that we also have Professor Dr. Carl Colavito, who also is going to talk about rational discourse tomorrow, even though he doesn't come from a Stoic approach, and not necessarily even, or especially what I would call a Socratic approach. In addition to that, we're going to offer snippets during our live session of longer interviews that we have with Dr. Robert P. George of Princeton University, who's the head of the Madison Center and is a conservative. I think it's important for people to understand that conservatives also to engage because with others of a wide, bracing variety of perspectives. They typically get shunted out. I think one of the reasons Socrates Cafe itself has thrived and continues to have momentum after 27 years is because it speaks to libertarians, it speaks to conservatives, it speaks to people with some fundamentalist outlooks. It doesn't speak to everybody. There are some views that are abhorrent. And so we don't try to be all things to all people. But so we're also going to have Casey Pierce. We're going to provide a snippet of her give and take with you, Ceci, tomorrow. And then we'll provide all of our participants with a longer interview with Dr. Robert P. George, who typically hits the road with my dearest friend, Dr. Cornel West, who's on our advisory board. They go around the world talking about how to engage in civil discourse, and they're models of it. So there's a lot of special surprises. Ceci and I have gone out of our way to bring in people who admire what we do, may not have time to participate live, though we have some amazing people. Dr. Donald Robertson and Dr. Carl Colavito will be live with us tomorrow. And then for 2 days, we have Curdy and Rob Carter, both PhDs, wrote a brilliant book called The Morning Mind. Rob Carter has been dear friends with me for years now in a special kindred spirit. And we also have Cornel West's life partner, Dr. Anahita Madhavi West, who will bring to us insights based, not a perspective, not just on models and tools, but on her life experiences, where she had to leave Iran after the Ayatollah uprising and went through extraordinary harrowing experiences or to come to eventually to the United States and is an expert on resiliency. Her special bailiwick is immigrants who have gone through unimaginable circumstances, but they're ones that nonetheless all of us can draw from and relate to and learn so much from. And so it's extraordinary that she will be with us on Tuesday, and Dr. David Hanscom, as well as one of our Socrates Cafe kindred spirits, Roger Bryce, who's a beautiful writer, thinker, longtime Socrates Cafe organizer, and also has done heroic work on Suicide Hotline. And from that, has so many experiences to channel, and will be sharing his TEDx talks and so much else. So for why I found these next 4 days, starting Sunday, so meaningful is because I learned so much from them. I know them well, and yet every time I engage with them, I learn so much. And so I'm excited, and I'm also honored and thrilled that they believe in so much of what we're doing. And this series that we're doing tomorrow on civil discourse, and then the Soul of Goodness seminar, the 3 following, is just the first in a number of theme related seminars that Ceci and I are going to give, and that we'll always have special guests as well. And can I just say something? The person who always gets short shrift is my wife, my life partner, Ceci. She's a certified mindfulness instructor. She lived and worked in an indigenous community, has an amazing unequaled social conscience. She's working right now at the matrices and intersection of mindfulness and neuroscience and Socratic inquiry in a way that nobody else on this planet is doing, and is doing evidence-based research on that. So I can't wait to learn more from Ceci, because this is also a moment for Ceci to shine even more, and this will be a springboard and launching Pepper's further research in Ceci's part as she goes and enters further higher degree studies.
Thank you so much. Yes, I'm really thrilled about this, and also leave us some comments if you would like to see more seminars on facilitating Socrates cafes, or how to use this in schools, or there's many applications, and we're waiting to hear also from you what you would like us to.
I actually have some ideas. Should I go ahead and put in some comments, or what?
Yes, please.
See, the secret to a lasting relationship, in part, sense of humor. Even though I tell the same jokes about 9 billion times. All right, listen. So, Ceci, can you tell everybody where to go in order to join us tomorrow?
Yes, of course. So you can go to our website, socratescafe.com, and then put /seminar soul, SOUL, and you're gonna find all the information there. And if you're gonna see the pop-up on our website as well, you can just subscribe, and immediately you will get all the information on your email. So we've put in so many hours into building really high quality content, and we're gonna be just sending you just like little snippets. We've sent little videos of our presenters, and we just can't wait to see how else we can interact with one another. So thank you.
So can they also just go to socratescafe.com or christopherphillips.com and see the drop-down menu?
Yes, they'll see the pop-up where they can subscribe. To our newsletter.
Okay. So
that's the best way actually for you to get up-to-date information about what we are up-to-date.
Okay. And Ceci taught me how to speak Spanish. So I speak Spanish fluently. Para nuestros amigos que hablan español, podemos traducir todo lo que de la plática en vivo, en tiempo vivo, mientras que estamos teniendo esta plática. Entonces, quiero que sepan esto. Y bueno, estamos bien emocionados. So I hope everybody understands Ceci and I speak Spanish. For Spanish speakers, we can do translations even as we're doing this, and just to be as inclusive as we possibly can.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tamo. I love you.
Love you.